failed the interview? Are you kidding me? What do you mean I have to go to the back of the line? Time served in a relationship works against you? What if you were miserable for most of those years? There's a lot of gray in relationships, you know? Is there an appeal process? I can call witnesses to attest to my misery. I have evidence. I have cared for pets and raised a child. Wait. Why are you turning off your videos? Wait. I can show that I am committed to the concept of a relationship, even a bad one. Shouldn't that get me to at least the middle of the line, Claire?
Number 6,007? Seriously? Ugh. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
No one ever does.
Why are you here? Is this the back of the line?
Seems to be. You good?
No. I was talking to a friend, and I told her I was newly single, and guess what she said?
I have literally no way of knowing that.
She said, back of the line.
What?
She said, you had your chance to be happy and you blew it. So now you have to take a number. What the fuck? Don't most friends support you when you're going through a breakup? You know, buy you drinks or Ben and Jerry's, set you up with their friends, tell you how wonderful you are. Next thing I know, I'm being interviewed to determine my placement. Clearly, that didn't go so well. So here I am.
What did they ask you?
Things like, tell us about your most recent relationship.
Happens more often than you'd think. Oh, okay. Let me get. They also asked you things like, why do you deserve to be in the front of the line? And do you have any redeeming qualities?
Yes. And it's complicated. There are gradations of love and commitment. I tried to explain my misery, but they wouldn't listen. Yeah, I was in a relationship for ages, but it sucked. So why does that count against me? They just waved me off.
You're not the only one to feel screwed over by this whole process. That guy Doug had everything. He had a loving wife, lovely family, but then he cheated. Back at the line. That girl, Claire, she was on reality TV. She had so many opportunities for love, but they all, I don't know, just came to nothing. In fact, she had so many opportunities for love that she's been deemed undeserving of love and is now being, oh my God, like totally punished back here with the rest of us.
Hey, what about that guy, Fred?
Fred. That's really sad, actually. He and his partner had been together for like 20 years. They finally got married last year, but then his husband got sick, and that was that.
So what's your story? No, wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess.
Sure.
You don't have the self-confidence to be at the front of the line. Or maybe you prefer to hang out back here with all the burnouts. Or maybe you secretly want to be one of the badasses.
I like to observe from a distance.
Well, what's your number?
Well, I'm right next to you, so 6,007 minus 1.
What? Why aren't we moving? I don't get it. Why are you here? Did you fail the interview too?
Yeah, sure, it was something like that.
What do you mean something like that? You know things. You've clearly been here a while. You're moving along with me now. Hey, do you know people at the front of the line? Can you put in a good word for me?
I've met people who've made it to the front. It's a bit of a mixed bag, actually. All right, so you've got your young dreamers and romantics who have never experienced love before. And you've got your people who've moved up over time. They'll eventually meet someone and leave. And then you've got those who are perpetually stuck. They've made it to the front, but they will never be chosen. They either, I don't know, haven't made good use of their time or shown enough growth or made enough of an effort to learn from their past mistakes. Either that or they're so desperate looking and acting that there are no takers. Those are the most desperate people of all.
I agree. But at least they're in the front. And maybe some of them have the illusion that happiness is waiting for them just around the corner, whether it actually is or not.
Listen, if you're so set on getting to the front of the line, you can have my fast pass. I've been up there before and gave up my spot. I'm not going to use it. I'm fine back here. It's comfortable. Expectations are much lower.
You know, maybe being back here is not so bad at all. It'll give me time to think. It's kind of comforting to be surrounded by people who have loved and lost, are raw and cynical, disappointed and hurt, and yet willing to wait for another chance. So maybe this whole thing's worth it, right? Right?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm still not sure what I want. God knows our society isn't very accepting of people who don't fit neatly into their prescribed boxes. It's getting pretty old having to pick a side, gay, straight, male, female. I read once that you fall in love with someone, you figure out what equipment each of you has, and then what you don't have, you go out and buy. But enough about me. What is your story? Are you scared? Why are you back here? What are you really worried about?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
Come on.
Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I'm ambivalent. Or, yeah, maybe I want to avoid the miserable losers at the front of the line. Or, I don't know. Maybe I've been back here all this time watching all the ways that relationships can fail. I don't want to put myself or anyone else through any of that unless I'm sure it'll work out. Nah. Give me the back of the line any day.
How's that working out for you? Don't you see you're missing out? If this line shows us anything, it's that life is complicated and unfair. You can have a perfect relationship and still end up back here, like Fred. It's hard. And it's bullshit.
Kind of like this line.
Yeah, but it's got to be worth the wait. People are messy, but things are getting better. When I was younger, I lost lesbian friends when I slept with a man and straight friends when I slept with a woman. At least today people have choices and they can find a sense of community and support. I think it's worth the struggle to try to make a connection with someone. I've been lucky and fortunate. I've loved and been loved. I mean, sure, there's pain, suffering, misunderstanding, heartache, disappointment.
Wow. Pain and suffering, misunderstanding, heartache, and disappointment. You're really selling this whole relationship thing.
I'm just saying, you should put yourself out there. You might just enjoy yourself. And if not, there'll always be a comfortable spot waiting for you here at the back of the line. And why should you let other people decide whether or not you deserve to be loved? Why should any of us?
I mean, you're right.
Seriously, who can really ever know the kind of love someone has experienced? You can't begin to judge the quality, passion, or intimacy that people feel for one another. I mean, there's so many different kinds of love. Why are we so focused on romance anyway? Why can't people just be happy with their friends and families?
Well, yeah. I've been fine back here not having to think about any of that. I mean, it is comfortable and it is safe, but you're right. This whole thing is just a gimmick to keep us focused on one kind of love. And if that's the case, why stay here at all? Maybe it is time to try something different instead of waiting around for a perfect relationship that may never happen. I'm Megan.
Liz.
Hey, hold on a sec. Hey, Liz, have you ever been to Lawson's?
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
I have to show you something.
Is that you?
That's me 35 years ago.
Look at you. Look how long and thick your hair is.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Where'd you find it? Were you going through some old photos?
I found it on eBay.
What was it doing on eBay?
I have no idea. As best I can remember, this photo was taken as part of the publicity for a new class I was teaching at the time. And this eBay site sells all kinds of press photos. Apparently, they market to what they call the collectibles community.
What is the collectibles community?
Yeah, who knows? People with too much money on their hands.
Who has too much money on their hands nowadays? Oh, never mind.
And there's my picture with the heading Zipporah Dinerstein demonstrates deep breathing techniques for relaxation.
Oh, I forgot you used to do that. You should be teaching that again now. I know a lot of people who need to relax.
Yeah, yeah. Like maybe eBay's collectibles community. The point is, how did they get it and why is it for sale?
They're selling it?
That's what eBay does, silly.
What do I know? You're gonna buy it, aren't you?
Not for $16.88 plus $4.99 shipping, I'm not.
For a photo? That's a weird number.
Why, who would spend 22 bucks on a 35-year-old photo of a complete stranger who's not even any kind of famous person?
Someone with too much money on their hands?
Patty, who would even think to put such a photo up for sale in the first place?
What were you looking for to buy on eBay when you found this?
Nothing. I wasn't even on the eBay site.
Then how did you find it?
I'm embarrassed to say.
Oh, come on, see, it's me. If you can't be embarrassed with me, who can you be embarrassed with?
Oh, okay. I Googled myself. I was listening to this story on NPR, and this guy was talking about how he'd Googled himself, and I thought, hey, that could be interesting.
You have too much time on your hands these days. So, you Googled yourself, and one of the hits was this eBay page.
Wait, there's more. So I told another friend about it, and she went to the eBay page to see. The next day, she gets an email from eBay with a copy of the photo encouraging her to buy it.
eBay knows the email addresses of the people who go to their site?
Apparently.
That's creepy.
More like Big Brother-y.
Did you get one of those emails too?
No, I didn't. And that's another thing that's weird about this.
Maybe your email address was blocked or something.
I don't think that was it. Anyway, so then when she tells me that, I go to the site again, and guess what? There's a notice that this listing was ended by the seller because the item is no longer available. They had
Huh.
taken it down
Huh.
the day after I found it.
Coincidence?
It's a pretty big coincidence. It just happened to be sold the day after I found it.
Think they knew you'd found your picture?
Zipporah Dinerstein isn't exactly a very common name in this country.
eBay knows the names of whoever visits their site?
I told you, Big Brother.
So, someone.
Or some algorithm.
Okay, so someone or some algorithm. I don't understand that algorithm stuff. Some whatever. Emails your friend to encourage her to buy the photo she had just looked at, and then figures out that the subject of said photo has also just looked at it and then removes it from their site?
I know, right? It can't be a coincidence.
What then?
Maybe they know they're not supposed to be selling this stuff. I mean, it was an in-house photo shoot. They must have copyrighted the photo.
But it was a publicity photo. It must have been published, newspapers and such.
Along with the photo, there was the picture of the back of it, which included the date and the photographer's name and the place, which was the agency I was working for. They had to have gotten it directly from the source.
I don't know. 35 years is a long time. It could have changed hands a dozen times.
Maybe.
You think they knew they were violating the copyright and were afraid they'd get busted, so they took it down?
Who knows? Well, I emailed the seller. You know, not judgy or anything, just out of curiosity. So, how did you get this photo? Why are you selling it? Just curious is all.
And
Never heard back.
no surprise there.
Well, I was a little surprised not to hear anything. I mean, if I was selling a photo and the subject in that photo contacted me, I'd be curious to get in touch with them, talk to them, maybe get the story about the photo. Unless I knew I was doing something shady, you know?
I never took you for a conspiracy theorist. So I guess that's the end of it.
I guess. It still feels weird, but that's probably because it's my image someone was selling. I guess some mysteries are never meant to be solved.
Maybe you could write a crime novel. The case of the copyrighted photograph.
The photographic sleuth.
Or a play. This could be a short play.
But it would need a plot. What's the plot?
The plot is, I don't know what the plot could be. Maybe the plot is that there's no plot. What's a plot anyhow?
You're a writer. How do you not know what a plot is?
I'm a poet. I write a poem. I describe something. I tell a story. A poem doesn't have a plot.
Well, a story. A play needs a plot, though.
A play in search of her plot.
A photo in search of a play.
I think we have too much time on our hands.
Yeah, maybe I just need a new hobby.
You could always take up photography
And then sell the photographs.
in 35 years. You know what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh, wasn't that a movie? 1,000 Words.
Oh, that's right, with Eddie Murphy. He had only had 1,000 words left to say before he died or something like that.
Well, we better shut up now then. Between you and me, I bet we've already spoken at least 1,000 words about that photo. And I don't want to die because I said too many words about my own photograph.
Look at us and our silliness. Let me see that photo again.
I'll do you one better. Look what came in the mail today.
You bought it after all?
No, I did not.
They sent you the actual photo? So no conspiracy after all?
Yeah. I still don't really trust why they're selling all those photos.
You gave them your mailing address?
No, I didn't.
Well, how did they? I guess you can find anything on the internet these days.
Yeah, that. And I'm probably the only Zipporah Dinerstein in the country.
There is that. So maybe this restored a bit of your faith in people.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Still preferring your suspicious conspiracy theories.
We definitely do have too much time on our hands these days.
Yes, we do. Oh, speaking of time, it was nice while it lasted, but I have to go now. I have an appointment.
Doctor.
No. No. Actually, I have an appointment to get a new publicity photos taken for my next poetry reading.
Well, don't let eBay get a hold of them.
Why not? With what I'm paying this photographer, $22 would be a real bargain.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Can you see me?
I, I can. You're fine. It's Nathan, right?
Yeah, Nathan Chambers. And you're, oh, don't tell me, Inez. Anna?
It has to be one of us. I'm Anna. I was in third hour biology with Mr. Logan. We were lab partners.
Lab partners.
Yeah.
Of course. I thought I recognized the name.
Well, it was really good of you to meet with us because Jeremy and I didn't know if we could do this on our own. Reunions take a lot of planning, even in normal times.
Yeah, well, how could I not help out? It's our 25th reunion, and I was class president.
Hmm.
Who's Jeremy?
Jeremy Simmons. We've kept in touch over the years, but you remember Jeremy. He was vice president.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember Jeremy. He played soccer, didn't he?
Chess.
Chess. Really? And he was vice?
Well, I don't think anyone else wanted to run.
Oh, I guess in politics you have to take your chance when it comes.
Yeah, like most of life.
Wasn't he some kind of state champion?
He took third at nationals and he could have been a grandmaster.
Really? Imagine that. Vice president and grandmaster. Makes you think.
And he'll be joining us any minute. He said he might be a little late.
Probably plotting his first move.
Hi. Oh, you're muted. Hit the little button.
Oh, it should be down there to your left.
You don't have to shout. She can hear fine.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Hello.
You don't need to shout.
I haven't done many of these Zoom things.
Oh, you'll get used to it. Nathan, you remember Inez?
Oh, Inez. Of course I remember Inez.
It's pronounced with a long I. It's Inez.
Are you sure?
Inez played soccer.
Soccer. I love soccer. You still play?
No. You don't see many middle-aged soccer players. It's a dangerous sport.
Middle-aged? Oh, you're hardly middle-aged. When does middle age begin anyway?
It doesn't matter. None of us are middle-aged. Not yet.
What else would you call it? Half our lives are gone.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could look at it that way. I, for one, feel like I'm in the best. Oh,
Nathan? Hannah, is that Inez? Wow, I can't believe you guys are all here.
hey, how's the chess going?
Chess. Oh, I haven't been playing in quite some time. Not since my kids became teenagers. They didn't like it much anyways, and I thought I ought to expand my horizons.
Expanding your horizons, eh? I like a man who reaches for the ring.
Well, I still teach an occasional course at the rec center, but well, not right now, of course, not with the stay-at-home order in effect.
These restrictions have got to end. We've got to get things going again.
Well, I am glad we're all here so we can get this thing going.
What is it exactly?
Excuse me?
What exactly are we doing here?
We're planning a class reunion.
Oh, that wasn't clear in the email. Do we have to sign in?
You just did, Inez. You got the Zoom link. You came online. It's the only in you need.
There should be a record. Is anyone taking notes?
Well, I could record the whole thing, but I don't think we need to do that. This was just meant to be an informal discussion. We want to get a feel for whether we can do it or not.
I'll take notes.
Yeah, we don't need this recorded, do we? I mean, I always hate to be recorded on these things. You never know what's going to show up on YouTube.
No recordings.
Okay.
Shall we get started?
Yes, let's get started. I've got a lot scheduled for today.
Jeremy, why don't you begin?
Me?
This is all your great idea.
Oh, yes, it was rather brilliant. Now, wasn't it? All right, well, as you know, in normal times, this year would be our 25th high school reunion. We'd be holding it at homecoming.
Is there even going to be a homecoming?
Oh, good question.
No.
It's not a good question.
Oh, it's an excellent question. I just meant there's not going to be a homecoming. There's no football scheduled, there are no major gatherings planned at all. People are leery of large groups.
Yeah, I mean, we checked everything out with the superintendent. Everything's been canceled.
So then what are we doing here?
We thought
Well, Anna and I thought
We thought maybe we could organize something online.
other groups are doing it. We could do something on Facebook, maybe. We could create an event page.
We just thought there should be something to commemorate our anniversary. 25 years is a milestone.
Halfway to 50.
It would take some organizing, but I found some sort of email or contact information for just about everyone. And these days, almost anyone, can access an event online.
What would a person have to do? I'm not on Facebook. My husband Albert was on Facebook. He used to handle things like that.
Oh, we can help you figure that out, Inez.
He died,
Excuse me?
Yeah, my husband Albert, he died just before the pandemic.
I'm so sorry.
He missed all the excitement.
Yeah, it's too bad we won't get to meet him.
Really?
I didn't know you were married.
Why would you? I haven't talked to any of you in 25 years. How did you even think to contact me for this?
Jeremy said he had seen you somewhere. Jeremy, how did you?
No, I saw the obituary, actually. So I thought, I wondered how you were doing.
I'm still in mourning.
You do not have to do this, Inez. We'll manage.
We haven't even decided that we're actually going to do anything anyway. Have we? This sounds like a lot of work.
It's all right. My therapist said I should keep busy.
Sure, keeping busy helps.
My children blame me.
Well, for what?
For Albert's death, they blame me.
Why?
They're not the only ones. I know some of our friends think it's my fault he died. I've heard the whispers.
Well, that's ridiculous. How did he die?
This might not be the time, Nathan.
A heart attack.
Well, how could that be your fault?
I'm not the easiest person to live with.
Well, that doesn't sound very fair.
I like things to be a certain way. I can get upset when they're not.
Well, I don't know that any of us is all that easy when it comes down to it. The human condition, some would say.
We're sorry for your loss, Inez. You
Mhm.
should feel free to leave all of this. In fact, you should.
I'll stay. Someone has to take notes.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Okay, I think we should get down to business. Is this something any of us has time for? I know that I have some major commitments coming up.
I heard you were running for office. It was in the paper.
Well, yes, I've thought about that. We've done some exploration. Nothing's been decided.
This would be a good way to get your face out there.
And if you're worried about the time commitment, we could spread the work around, get other people involved. There's been some interest.
Yeah, Fred said he might join us. He couldn't make it today, though.
Fred, who? I should write it down.
Who's Fred?
Nettles?
Oh,
Fred Nettles. He's definitely on board. Well, if there's anything to get on board for.
Well, the more the better. Like I said, I may not have time for this at all.
You're not the only one with time issues, Nathan. I expect we all have work or projects that we have to get on with. Anna here is thinking about changing careers. Isn't that what you said, Anna? You're looking for a fresh start.
yeah, I've been looking around. But I'm sure we all have commitments, and Jeremy's writing a novel. Aren't you, Jeremy?
There's no need to bring that up because that's not such a big deal.
Chess genius and a novelist, huh?
What's the title?
That's why I'm thinking about going into government.
Yeah, public service is a noble calling.
Mm-hmm.
I choose books by their titles. A good title goes a long way.
I don't have a title yet, but please, I don't think any of this needs to be in the notes.
I just wondered. I've been reading a lot since Albert died and the pandemic set in.
We should get back on task.
I'm not sure about a title, but I thought about calling it Timeshare. It's going to be a science fiction novel set in the future.
It's a good time to be thinking about the future. I think we should all think this through a bit more before we commit it. Sounds like we're all pretty preoccupied. This may not be the time to plan a reunion.
Speaking of the future, have you found a campaign manager?
I've put some feelers out. Like I said, it's all just speculation at the moment.
I'm not that fond of science fiction.
Oh, my book falls under what they call speculative fiction. So the title would be a play on words, timeshare. I mean, we think about sharing condos or something, but what if we could share time? What if we could share dimensions?
We had a timeshare in Boca Raton. We had to hire a lawyer to get us out of the contract.
Like Jeremy said, I've been thinking about shifting career paths.
I didn't want to get out of it. I liked Boca Raton. But Albert said the coastline is eroding.
What kind of career shift were you thinking of, Anna?
Dude, I think I want to set a new course and shake things up. I want to find some way to make a difference in the real world.
Albert was right. So the coastlines are eroding. In my novel, there's been some kind of ecological disaster that causes a rift in reality.
I think Albert was just looking for an excuse to get out of the contract. Look who's eroding now.
I've always been big on climate change issues.
You could work that into your platform, Nathan. In fact, you should work that into your platform.
Yeah.
Couldn't we get back to planning?
Did you say there was a mailing list?
Yeah, I'm compiling one now.
Well, maybe we could make use of the mailing list for my campaign.
I should probably send these minutes out to everyone.
Okay, before we think about mailing anything out, we need to get organized. You have to come up with a timeline.
Isn't that what we're doing here? I mean, if we're going to get this all together by fall, we need a timeline.
I'm sorry, I got off track. I was talking to Nathan about his plans. I meant his timeline.
Well, I've been dealing with timelines in my book. I've imagined these time-shifting creatures who are trying to fix what's gone wrong in the universe, but they keep distorting the beta ray modulators, which compounds the.
I meant we need to get Nathan's campaign organized.
Whoops, I've got another call coming in. I'm going to have to check out. Anna, we've got to schedule a lunch meetup. I'd love to hear more of your ideas about my campaign.
So you're running.
Well, sounds like if I'm going to do it, I'd better do it now. According to Inez here, half my life is over. Lovely to see you again, Jeremy, Inez. Keep me in the loop. Let me know what you decide about that career shift, Anna. I'll be in touch.
Great.
Wait, why is he leaving? No one adjourned the meeting.
Are we done? Have we scheduled another meeting? I do most of my writing in the morning, so late afternoons would be better for me.
Well, I'll have to send out a doodle poll. Gosh, you guys, maybe I've miscalculated. Maybe it's not the best time for a reunion. Inez, would you like to do a doodle poll?
What's a doodle poll?
Actually, I'm going to just turn this whole meeting over to you.
What? Am I still doing minutes?
There. You are running things now. I will send the addresses for the minutes.
I don't think I could do this.
Oh gosh, of course you can. And you and Jeremy can figure out what to do next. Our time's running down. You guys can either end the meeting or just let it run out.
Well, I didn't really kill my husband, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh no, why would I worry about that? I have to go, and it was great to see you. Bye.
I just need a better way into the action. What if there's been a massive drought everywhere on the planet, and humankind's only hope is a plucky group of survivors?
Surviving's always good, I guess.
Yes, I think that's it.
If you think about it, a reunion is just a bunch of survivors. What are we gonna do now?
Well, I have to get working, but I'll be in touch. I'll see you later, Inez. For what it's worth, I don't think you killed your husband, but if you did, he probably had it coming. See ya.
Well, I might have thought about killing him once or twice.
Miss Martin, hello. My name is Calvin Bickers. I'm so glad you decided to join us.
I really have no idea why I'm joining. Why did you contact me?
It's because you signed up for a perfect match. I hope that would be clear in the email.
Well, yes, but I'm a little confused. It's an online dating site, and I haven't even started looking at it. I haven't been formally invited to join.
We like to interview our clients before they get started.
Really? I didn't know there were interviews involved. I thought I just had to fill out the questionnaire online, pay the subscription rate, send in the photo.
Oh, and I must say it's a very good likeness. Sometimes the likenesses are not always exact.
So you check people out. I'm not so sure I want to be checked out. Is this standard? There wasn't anything about being checked out in the materials.
Oh, no, this isn't standard. We get thousands of new applicants every week. We couldn't possibly see them all.
So why are we here?
Occasionally, completely at random, you understand, we like to meet our matches in person. Well, I know it can't be in person right now with the pandemic and all, but this seemed to be the next best thing.
Oh,
It's completely random, kind of a quality control thing.
I see. So what do you need from me?
Oh, well, we don't need anything actually. We just like to have a little chat.
Okay.
So, where should we start?
I have no idea. You invited me, remember?
Yes, yes, we did.
So hurry up and ask your questions. I'm teaching online from home. My lesson plans won't write themselves,
Oh, you teach college English, don't you? That must be challenging in these times.
which is why I need to get back to it.
Oh, yes, yes, but as we said when we contacted you, we'll happily reimburse you for your time.
It's not about money. That's not the issue. Please, let's just get on with this.
You feel awkward being online. I wish we could change venues. We wish that a lot these days, don't we?
Can we just do this?
Of course. Yes. Well, first of all, we're interested in knowing what attracted you to Perfect Match in the first place. Why online dating? Certainly, you must have dozens of suitors in the real world.
Suitors. Who says suitors?
I just met young men who would like to date you, who would like to get to know you better.
To be honest, there's not all that many. But I date. Well, I used to back when we could do things like that.
The dating world certainly does offer challenges these days.
Even before the pandemic, my dating options were limited. I teach at a small college, and most of my colleagues are already taken. There's my gym, but I'm wary of anyone I meet there, and it's closed now anyway. And well, it's partially opened up, but there's way too much physical stuff going on to feel safe.
I haven't been to the gym at all. I work out at home though. Do have a running schedule, like on a safe path
You run?
in the park.
So do I.
Oh, I know.
How would you know?
Oh, your profile. It says so right here. You love to run in the park, like me.
It's not easy. But I try to keep the mask on, but sometimes it's hard to breathe. But anyway, that's all besides the point. What else do you want to know?
Yes, right. Back to the interview and why you chose to try online dating instead of finding someone through more traditional ways.
You do know online dating is becoming more traditional by the minute.
Well, yes, business is booming, but still, people do meet potential mates through their friends. What about your friends? Your friends must have friends.
I don't do blind dates.
Isn't Perfect Match kind of a blind date?
It feels different. It is different. There's not all that pressure. Like, blind dates are uncomfortable.
Yes, I've been on a few blind dates myself.
So you know what I mean.
Having to impress a perfect stranger, all the awkwardness. Your friends think you'll get on just fine, but then you don't.
Your friends think you're desperate.
I think you're both desperate. How did you hear about Perfect Match?
I heard an ad on the radio.
Oh, see, I told them in advertising that people still listen to the radio. Advertising thinks television when they bother to think at all.
There's a problem with advertising?
Oh, no, we're doing fantastic.
Good. Why am I here again?
Oh, we just thought, um, well, may I be perfectly honest with you? This isn't exactly an official interview.
And to be perfectly honest with you, I need you to explain to me what's going on right this minute, or I'm checking out of this and you can cancel my application.
Oh, but see, that's exactly what's great about your dating profile. It's so honest. You're forthright and direct. You don't tolerate fools gladly.
I tolerate fools just fine. It's dishonesty that I despise. Why did you call me in?
This is awkward.
Like a blind date?
Yes, now that you mention it.
Does Perfect Match have a problem with me?
Oh, I wouldn't call it a problem.
What would you call it?
It's more that I'm the problem.
You.
Well, one reason I founded Perfect Match was to,
Wait, you're the founder?
and the chairman of the board
Really?
and the CEO.
You must be very busy.
Well, you see, I never really thought it would take off like this.
It's pretty popular.
I was just looking, you see,
Looking for what?
a perfect match.
Oh,
For me, I was rather at loose ends, and I desperately wanted to find someone. Online dating was just taking off. I was tech savvy, founded the site, and we found a niche. To be honest, we've made a lot of money.
off the desperation of the lonely and forsaken.
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds rather opportunistic of me.
I suppose you can't be blamed for taking advantage.
I really didn't want to take advantage of anyone. I just wanted to find true love.
Well, that's sweet, I suppose.
And I have.
You have.
I found you, Miss Martin.
Me?
You're my perfect match.
I am?
We match on every scale of compatibility.
You and me.
Our social background scores are almost identical. Same socioeconomic class preferences, same left centrist political leanings, same level of charitable donations. We prefer dogs to cats, and we match.
I think that maybe there's been an error.
Not possible. Well, I suppose it's possible with the tiniest percentile, but we have safety checks for that.
And you called me in just to tell me this.
I thought it was the wisest move.
Really?
In hindsight, perhaps I could have had a better plan.
Why didn't you just arrange to connect in the usual way?
You might have said no. You might have ignored my request.
It's the risk one takes.
This way, we could definitely have a chance to meet, even if it's only on Zoom.
Well, we've had that all right.
There was some subterfuge, but not as much if I had set up a date and you found out later who I was. You might think I was some kind of pervert or creep.
And you're not.
Most people think I'm a nerd, but I've never been called a creep.
That's something, I suppose.
Or a pervert.
Well, thank God for that.
So, what do you think?
About what? About you're getting me here on false pretenses, then telling me all this nonsense?
Oh, it's not nonsense.
It's not?
Oh, it's true love, or at least the possibility of true love.
You're joking. I live in the real world, pal.
There's a 93% probability that we are a perfect match for each other. Look for those odds in the real world.
I have standards.
And I meet them all.
This is insane.
Well, true love is insane. It's crazy that anyone still believes in the possibility, and yet you do, don't you?
I need to think about this.
If these were normal times, we could go and get a coffee or a drink somewhere.
These are not normal times.
Which made it so important that I met you before someone else swept you off your feet.
I need more time. I resent you putting me in this spot like this.
I understand. You're right to be annoyed.
I need to get back to my coursework.
Can it wait a little longer? That's the beauty of working online, and I want to show you that I'm not a creep, that I'm sincere.
This is stupid. You know that it's stupid, right?
Absolutely. I knew I was irrational to contact you, but these are irrational times, don't you think?
Well, that's true. The world is stupid right now.
What do you miss most about the world? What's the first thing you'll do when it opens up again?
What? I, I don't know. Maybe life is always stupid. Right now, I'd love a pedicure.
At Ho Chi's?
Yes. Wait, that's not in my profile. How did you know that?
It's where I go. I love their scented lotion.
Which one? They have several.
Spiced tangerine.
Oh, God.
When the world is sane again, we could go to Ho Chi's and then to dinner.
Where?
There's this little bistro just around the corner from there.
La Boheme.
Oh, right.
You know they're doing takeout these days.
It is possible that at some point we could order something and then have a socially distanced picnic in the park.
After her run,
Yes, definitely after a run.
I suppose this is possible. Just the once. No promises beyond that.
Agreed.
Just friends.
Friendship is good. Friendship is a place to start.
But maybe that's taking it too quickly.
We don't want to rush things.
We should continue online a little longer.
I agree completely, but maybe next time we could order coffee from the same place.
We could share it while we talk.
From Lucas. Lucas is doing delivery.
Definitely from Lucas, but not the latte.
Never the latte.
Mom?
You get my message?
Uh-huh. What's so important you want me online for Dad's class?
You have other plans during lockdown?
Yeah, well, I'm taping a TikTok video.
Oh, I like that one you did with Sasha Gutenberg's speech.
Yeah, that was from the climate change conference. Remember, she looked a little nasty.
When she was telling the UN that they better turn things around.
I mean, yeah, she's cool, but I lip sync to what she's saying and I smile and it hits people different. Mom, listen, I have to ask you a favor. I'd like to have some people come over this weekend for dinner, but not to actually eat dinner, but to film our family dinner. It'll be a video crew, 2 camera operators, and a director, and they'd social distance and wear masks.
You want to have people inside our apartment filming us eating dinner?
It's a thing, like a reality show of our family dinner. The live stream would go on my TikTok account, and I'd be sure to get at least 1,000 more followers.
All right. And this is the social media platform that is all about authenticity.
Do you know how many followers I have? 20,000.
Followers, like on Facebook.
Well, sort of. But you make oodles of cash if you've got a lot of followers.
Oh.
Like, I made $400 for a video where I'm first wearing like a collar shirt and I'm kind of uptight. And then I put on this sweatshirt with the QT for real logo. I make like I feel happy and the company pays me 2 cents a view. More followers, more money.
That's how it works.
Yeah, if I could get like 50,000 followers. The site's most popular account is this girl dancer, and she got almost 100 million in a year.
I know who she is. And why is she so popular?
Like people like to watch her dance pretty much. They say she seems super authentic and very, I don't know, like people can relate to her.
Since when is super authentic it and moderately authentic is not enough? I like that your videos talk about the environment. You know, the crisis, it's real.
Yeah, well, I'd love to ask Sasha Gutenberg to make a video with me, but not for money, just to get people to notice the disastrophe that climate change is.
The disastrophe.
Disaster and catastrophe.
Well, speaking of disastrophes, the theater is in trouble. We didn't get any of the arts grant money. There's an offer to buy the building, and I've got a board meeting now.
What? Who would want to buy a small theater? What would they even do there?
Some guy from Queens, he wants to open an axe throwing bar and have leagues and classes.
That can't be real. How could the theater close?
Well, we closed till we got a new space.
And this is happening now.
This may be Dad's last class for a while.
He knows this?
He was in the theater teaching class just last week, and barely anybody signed up for the online class.
You have to tell him.
Ashley, I love your video. That one where you did the lip sync of that environmental girl yelling at the stuffed shirts. Where's Craig?
He's having a smoke. All right, see you later.
That girl, the one you did the lip sync for. I didn't really get her before.
Sasha Gutenberg, yeah, she's way cool.
You're the only ones here?
Maggie made me the host.
Well, what about Craig?
Doesn't do Zoom, not hosting.
Well, it's 5 after. Where is he?
He's having a smoke. He'll be on soon.
So what about that totally crazy following you've got on your account? How are you doing that?
I just really love what Sasha's doing. And people aren't realizing what's going on.
You don't think so?
There's whole countries that are going to be flooded out of existence.
Like where?
The Maldives, the Marshall Islands.
Am I on?
You are.
Hi, Dad.
This is everyone? Or where's everybody?
Craig, I need to talk to you.
Not now.
Hello, lovelies. Well, before the end of your class.
Yeah, well, that's great, Maggie.
Well, don't be a jerk.
All right, well, if this is everyone, let's go. Warm-ups. Everybody stand up.
Dad.
Put your arms up over your head and begin by opening and stretching your mouths. Let sounds come out. Keep going. Do a circle with your neck. Ashley, commit. All right. Your neck and face are warmed up. And your mouth is ready to expel scintillating, astute, and positively brilliant commentary on all that lies before you. Money, politics, environmental disasters, sex, hairstyles, from the mundane to the cosmic.
Ready.
Stay authentic. Give your character an attitude and stick with it. Know what your character is devoted to. What are they passionate about?
Oh, yeah.
Telling stories by completing each other's sentences. Not too many words, pithy. We'll go around the screen clockwise. I'll start.
Clockwise?
Yes.
Dad, that's not how Zoom works.
A cold morning in the projects. A mime stands in her doorway, looking both ways before leaving her apartment, carrying a large shoulder bag. She walks directly over to a...
No.
Yes, go.
To a dumpster. The mime opens the dumpster and her face lights up like she's won the lottery because...
Am I next?
No, Mariana.
Because inside the dumpster, she discovers an invisible box. She searches inside the box and finds...
beautiful scarves and robes of the most brilliant colors, each with its own sensuous and marvelous texture. Then she carefully puts one in her shoulder bag.
And now, why was that confusing? Yeah, everyone close your eyes. Yeah, picture a clock. A wall clock, old-fashioned, right? See the hands of the clock? Watch the direction that they are moving. And that, my friends, is the direction that will go around the room.
The screen?
And timing. Pick up the pace.
You know about the delay on Zoom?
All right. Next week, we're meeting back at the theater, huh? Everyone bring a mask.
Yeah, Dad. I have to ask you a quick question about dinner this weekend. It's pretty much okay with Mom if it's okay with you, but I'm having some people over, a video recording crew. We live stream dinner to Facebook and then link it to my TikTok account, okay?
Later. Class, prepare, breathe. Nursery rhymes. First round, Rockabye Baby. On the scene, a TV news reporter with an expert who only speaks a foreign language and a translator.
I'll be the reporter.
All right. Mariana's the expert, Ashley, translator. Go.
Good evening. This is Channel 2020 News. I'm Charles Stewart. Tonight, we have reports that a tree bough has broken in the suburb of Treetop, outside the National Forest. We're going live onto the scene where the broken cradle has fallen to the ground. And we're going to hear from an expert on high wind events about the potential cause of the broken bough, Dr. Antonia Arrivederci.
Dr. Arrivederci only speaks Atlantean, and I will translate for her.
Thank you, Ashley. And I want to warn those watching, our report will include an image of the broken cradle, which may be disturbing to some of our viewers. Dr. Arrivederci, so many parents have relied on breezes to rock the baby's cradle for time untold. Can you put today's tragedy into perspective for us?
Havacha, aerobala tolerance para uvotoma. Super El Nino. Babala, Garucha, Manubalin, Bet, Tabuka.
Parents, it's time to take the cradles out of those trees in your backyards because El Nino is here to stay.
And there you have it.
Yeah, far friggin' out. Next, row your boat, boat shop in the Maldives.
Those islands that are getting flooded.
Right. Mariana's the shop owner. Charles, you're the tourist, achieving your lifelong dream of vacationing in an over-the-water bungalow. Ashley, you're local. There's only one rowboat left to rent. Go.
Here at Archipelago Motors Marina, we have every boat and every accessory to make your vacation a dream come true.
Is this Archipelago Motors Marina? I rented a motorboat online.
And here's another welcome customer to our humble, flooded shop. So sorry, sir, with the storm last night, all of our motorboats are full of water.
But I need a boat to get to the overwater bungalow I've rented across from a white sand beach that stretches out into miles of turquoise water and blue skies. I dreamed about being here for years. What about that rowboat?
Wait, I need that rowboat. It's the last one. The storm flooded my home and the waves are running through my living room and ruining my rugs and my furniture. I need that rowboat to move my family before the house is washed away.
No, you wait. I've dreamed for 10 years about coming and staying in this majestic overwater bungalow in the bright sun, surrounded by transparent blue lagoons.
My home and my life on these islands will soon only be a dream. I'll have to move my family.
Life is but a dream within a dream. Shakespeare said that.
Riveting.
Greg,
Can't do it. We're not done here.
Mariana, put the class in a breakout room just for a minute.
Mom, does it have to be now?
I sent you a text. The theater is in trouble.
It's always in trouble. Yeah, I'm bringing the class back there next week. Doing it online is useless.
Closing. We have to sell the building. They decided to stop classes until we can reorganize.
No, we freaking don't have to sell. We've been there 30 years. What about my job?
Furloughed. I'm sorry. Admin is going to halftime.
Unemployment will be almost nothing.
Money will be tight.
Did you tell Ashley that she could do a reality show in our apartment? Is she making money that way?
I don't know. Well, what do you want to do?
Well, given the various exciting options opening before me, I think I'll just choose to go back and finish teaching my final for a while class.
Oh, Craig, I'm sorry.
Well, I was getting pretty sick of it anyway.
Another improv?
Yeah, you know, it'd be the coolest improv is an improv where Sasha Gutenberg was a detective searching the offices of the very worst corporation.
Ooh, and she finds proof that their emission reduction plans are doing nothing.
Evidence showing their plans are just virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd do a TikTok video with us.
Yeah, call it Improv with Detective Sasha Gutenberg. Yeah, looks like we're out of time.
That was fun.
Next week. Listen, can't do the theater next week, so keep collecting material from what you see and what you do every day. Maybe we'll do Zoom again, and we'll be back in the theater space in a few weeks. You know, I'll email you. There's a lot to look forward to. Oh, we gotta stop now.
Well, see you later, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
So, what do you think about the reality show dinner idea?
Ashley, I've just been laid off and the theater is closing. I may not be in the best mood this weekend and I may have a few drinks. Is that the kind of authenticity you want live streaming to your followers?
Are you really looking forward to having people inside the apartment filming us eating?
Is there really much of anything to look forward to? I don't know. What are you looking forward to?
Improv with Sasha.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, I've got a brand endorsement. It's an absolute certainty for us.
And what is that?
Real Eye Jeans Company.
Do you even own a pair of those?
I'm wearing them right now.
And they would endorse us because?
Authenticity is in our genes.
You rock, Mom. Thanks.
Point.
Okay, I gotta go teach my class. I'll see you at home.
It was like my house, but not my house. You know what I mean? Everything was covered with this very thin dust. And I couldn't see the dust. Oh, there was this fancy old-timey clock, and then the clock turned into a bird and flew away.
Liza, your mic is muted. Can you hear me? Down at the bottom, hit the little mic icon. At the bottom, Liza, to the left.
And she still not know where the mic icon is after all this time.
Well, there can't be glitches on this thing.
Where the hell's the damn mic? Fucking Phil! God.
We can hear you now, Liza.
Sorry, how embarrassing.
I hate when that happens. Happens to all of us, though, so don't feel embarrassed, Liza. Good thing we don't have mute buttons in the real world.
Well, thanks, Kat. Where was I? Oh, the clock, or rather the bird clock, flew away, and that was it. I woke up.
How did you feel in the dream?
I didn't feel it at all.
No, I know. Your dream is about the fear of the unknown and how time flies. Or no, wait a second. Wait. It's about the nonlinear nature of existence.
Well, yeah.
Is that what came up for you, Al?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Remember, everyone, we want to ask questions of each dreamer, but not analyze each other's dreams, okay?
Oh, I felt itchy.
In the dream or...
Oh, sorry. Elaine, you go.
That's okay. Go ahead, Larry.
Well, were you eating cookies or crackers?
No, but what has that got to do with anything?
Well, the crumbs can be itchy.
Were you itchy during the dream, Liza?
No, when I woke up.
Interesting. Would anyone else like to share a dream?
Can I tell you my dream?
Go for it, Larry.
Well, I dreamt that I was eating a bland cheeseburger at Joe's Clam Shack. I don't know why I was eating a cheeseburger instead of the clams, because I love clams. Then I woke up.
What did you?
No.
What do you think your dream was about, Larry?
Well, I was hungry before I went to bed.
Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes our bodies send cues to our subconscious mind. Anything symbolic about this dream for you? How did it make you feel?
Sounds like Larry's not getting what he wants. Sounds kind of sexual if you ask me.
Al!
I'm just saying.
How about we move on, shall we?
Had an awful dream a few nights ago.
We're here to listen. Whenever you're ready, Kat.
I think I'm ready. I'm a little nervous, though.
Now, group, this is the first time that Kat is sharing. As a new member of the Dream Circle, let's all make this a positive experience. I just want to remind you that this is about being curious. Right, Al?
Yeah, all right, I'll shut up.
You don't have to shut up, Al. Just ask questions instead of offering possibilities, interpretations.
Okay.
We're here for you, Kat. I remember how nervous I was the first time that I shared. We surround you with white light.
Yeah, we've all been there. You have nothing to be afraid of, Kat. White light.
Let's all do a white light tone for Cat. Oh, Go ahead, Cat.
Okay, so I am like in this group of people, kind of like this group, but not this group. You know how dreams are. um, well, anyway, this group is like trapped in a forever Zoom meeting. Eventually, we all just lose the bottom half of our bodies, and everyone just becomes these talking heads stuck in our little Zoom boxes for eternity. It was just terrible. I was relieved to wake up.
Huh?
I got nothing.
You're joking, right?
What do you mean?
Well, that's not a dream. That's like a synopsis of our reality.
Yeah, I can see that.
Literally.
Sure, definitely spending more time on the computer in these kinds of meetings.
It's all we have.
I think I understand what is happening.
I just had a bad dream. It was more like a nightmare.
Well, sometimes when reality is very difficult, as it is currently, people might have literal dreams that review what is happening, kind of like a flashback. Sounds like this is what's happened for you, Kat.
I thought we weren't supposed to analyze each other's dreams. Isn't that what you're doing, Elaine? Shouldn't you know better as the facilitator?
Point taken, Al. Kat, I don't mean to tell you what your dream means, just offering possibilities for when a dream is literal.
Hear that, Elaine. But maybe we have a different understanding of what literal means. I mean, it's not like we are trapped here literally. Sure, sometimes this is our only option, but I believe my dream is just a metaphor. Can you imagine what hell it would be if we were literally trapped in these boxes like 24 hours a day? That is just bananas. But it does make for an interesting dream or bad movie.
What are you on, Kat? I'd love to have some of what Kat is taking.
What?
Well, she's clearly on something.
I am not on anything.
Maybe it would help if we heard more of your life now, Kat. Are you working from home? Do you?
Yeah, that always helps me when I'm trying to understand my dreams.
Everything is a bit more challenging, yes, but I mean, it could be worse. Yeah, I am at home where I work from home, but I also do other things here at home.
What do you remember doing before the dream circle?
Well, I worked all day and then I had my book club before Dream Circle.
There it is.
Or what is?
Tell us one thing you have done outside of Zoom.
Sure. Okay, I can't remember right now. Oh my God. What is wrong with me?
It's okay, Kat. Everyone has their own process of acceptance.
We've all been there, Kat, and we surround you with white light. I also highly recommend ordering a better backlit white light, which will help hide your blemishes.
Blemishes?
Oh, I know what your dream is about, Kat. I think you're struggling with feelings of alienation and isolation, and your dream represents a deep... Sorry.
Well, our time is up, but we will all be back here next week. Same time, same place.
You mean we can't meet at Joe's Clam Shack?
Okay. See y'all next week.
See you next week.
How do I get out of here? Oh my God. I can't get out. Can someone help me get out of here? Can somebody please help me? Hello? Elaine? Anyone? Liza? Al? Larry? Please. Help. Get me